Okay, now we're ready with the brackets. Here's the boss. As you can see, the originals have that raised boss. We've added a little shelf here for added stability and for torsional, just because that's what Doug did when he designed it. Okay, now let me show you what we have here. If I can get you to see, you can see the hole, but we're trying to get at this one on the back. Right there is where that hole is, and this bracket, we're setting it here, and I'm going to set this on the side here so you can see that boss is getting lined up with that hole. And now you can see that I have it lined up, that the bracket and the boss and everything is square. And then we put the screw in through the front, and it screws that bracket to that and locks it tight. So what we're doing underneath that gray plate is we're finding that little boss hole, that boss, and we're getting it to line up in that little hole. And it's really not hard, because the end of this bracket and the end of the boss, everything squares up. So you can feel it with your finger to get it lined up. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You can see the boss there. And we're going to take the brackets, and the bracket boss lines right up, and then we're going to put the screw in, and that'll tighten everything up. And the replacement brackets, doing it this method, allows us to do it where we can see where everything is and work on it. Now with that bracket just placed like that, I take the original hex screw on my wrench and come in from the back side. And I can see now exactly where the screw is. And I'm getting it started. Remember, this thing gets in your way, so you have to come past here. But as see the screw is working its way in. There we go. I got the screw bottom. Now you can see the hex screw, and then I'm tightening it. And as I'm tightening it, this bracket will get tighter and tighter and tighter. Remember, we're still never changed these gears. We wanted to stay at the 26.5. Now that's coming in. And now this is where you would want to take your wrench and use it like a breaker bar to tighten it up. Now this bracket is solid. It's lined up, as you can see, as one solid piece. You can see that it's all integral together, locked up. And if you look at the little bar above there rests on top of this bar. So that locks up fine. Now we're going to turn it around to the other side. And again, I'm going to show you with the hex screw. By doing it this method, where you change your brackets where you can see them. See, the Wicked Edge Expert Corner Group brackets are narrow. They don't have the screws protruding. And that one went right in. And this is still wobbling a little bit. As we get it tighter, then that boss will compress in there, and you can see this strip. I'm trying to, where you can see the reflection, where it rests right on the top. And tighten that up, tighten, and then when you get it to where it's tight, then you use your wrench or a pliers, whatever you choose to use. and get it tight. Now that is solid. And you can see how everything is together there. Now we never changed the position. And we're going to set this at 26.5 degrees. Right on top, and just like that. So we changed the bracket arms. Left the screws out in order that we could drop these right over the top. And now I'm putting in the hex screws, 1, 2, 3. I will find my fourth one in a minute. And these will tighten up. And just to show you before I tighten it up, excuse my shoulder again, we are going full length, 12 to 28. We started in 26.5, left everything there, even though we took it apart and put it back together. We kept the alignment at 26.5 and everything dropped right in. Now, after you tighten it up with your brackets all the way apart, then you can take your micro adjuster kit and they unscrew the knob and it just threads into the bracket. Unscrew the knob on this side and it just threads into the bracket. Now you have the new Gen 3 style tool-free micro adjusters on a Wicked Edge Gen 4 Pro. Now the same process that I did here in order to let me get access to this allows me to use longer screws and install the stabilizer clamping system underneath the vise assembly. And that's another video that we'll do in a little bit. Thanks.